On Halloween night, the scariest thing isn't always the haunted house. It's the drive getting there. Between 5 and 9 p.m. on Halloween, watch out. Kids in costumes flood the street during those hours. Many of those costumes are dark, making them hard to see, and excitement often overrides caution. You'll see kids running out between parked cars, crossing mid-block, or chasing after friends without looking both ways. That's why on Halloween, you have to slow down and stay alert in every neighborhood. Some cities will close off streets or add extra patrols, but in plenty of small communities, you're on your own to drive carefully. The times may vary depending on where you live, but the pattern is the same across America. Dusk to early evening is the most dangerous window. Now, it's not just neighborhoods. Haunted houses and seasonal attractions create traffic nightmares of their own. These setups are often in places that weren't designed for large crowds: fairgrounds, rural farms, or industrial lots. That means long lines on narrow two-lane roads, bottlenecks at entrances, and confused drivers trying to find parking. My advice? Arrive about an hour earlier than you think you need to. It feels like overkill, but it's better than sitting in a stop-and-go crawl just trying to get in the lot. Theme parks turn Halloween into a 2-month season, and the traffic is just as intense. Now, I know this from personal experience. I am working on posting a video series on my YouTube channel at Mastering the Commute of Universal Orlando. Halloween Horror Nights packs I-4, Kirkman Road, Turkey Lake, Turnpike exits, and the parking garages. They can max out on peak nights by mid-evening, and the exodus from midnight to 2 a.m. can look like a second rush hour. Disney parks, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party in Orlando, and the Oogie Boogie Bash in Anaheim draw sold-out crowds. They create heavier than normal congestion around both resorts. At Universal Studios Hollywood, traffic backs up onto both the 101, 134, sometimes even the 170, hitting Studio City and Burbank especially hard. Knott's Berry Farm and Buena Park, I've had experience with that too back in my high school days. Knott's Scary Farm is legendary, but the traffic around Beach Boulevard and the 91 can feel scarier than the mazes. People drive in from all over SoCal, and parking can be its own haunted maze. Now, speaking of SoCal, if you've ever lived in the city of Los Angeles, you know Halloween in Hollywood is its own nightmare. Streets like Hollywood Boulevard, Santa Monica Boulevard, and Sunset turn into crawling parking lots. Between Hollywood's club scene and the West Hollywood Carnival, you can expect bumper-to-bumper traffic from 5 p.m. until 2 a.m. Side note, don't waste your time looking for the Pink Pony Club. It doesn't exist outside of this year's top 10 hits. And costumes, ride shares, and pedestrians spilling off sidewalks, it is a true horror show for drivers. My time living in LA and reporting traffic taught me if you're anywhere near Hollywood on Halloween, plan to walk, ride share, or brace yourself for a real-life haunted gridlock. Theme park traffic is a little more predictable. Huge surges on arrival between 6 to 9 p.m. and a wall of cars leaving between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. Even after you survive the roads, parking lots can be worse, both getting in and out. Exits get jammed with tired drivers all trying to leave at once. Pedestrians wander in every direction, kids in costumes, adults checking their phones, and people crossing anywhere but the sidewalk. This is where patience really matters. If you try to rush, you risk fender benders or worse. In episode 12, we talked about how parking lots can be some of the most dangerous driving environments, and Halloween is the perfect reminder. One trick: park farther away if you can. That extra 5 minutes of walking often saves you 30 minutes trying to squeeze out of the closest lot. Now, Halloween also brings out some specific dangers. DUI arrests spike. Parties and bars bring out more impaired drivers. Fatigue sets in. I mentioned that before. Leaving theme parks or haunted houses late at night after a long day is risky. And costumes in the car, masks, capes, and bulky outfits reduce visibility and reaction time. So make sure you take off your costume while you're driving. It's not worth the risk. So how do you get through Halloween traffic safely? Well, use GPS apps, but don't trust them blindly. Waze and Google Maps are great, but during traffic-dense events like Horror Nights or Knott's Scary Farm, they often don't reflect the true severity of the congestion until you're already stuck in it. Avoid the surge windows, 7 to 9 p.m. for arrivals, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. for departures. If you're just passing through, stay on the main roads or the freeways instead of gambling on shortcuts. And if you're attending events, carpool, use rideshare, or go early. Next episode, we'll dive deeper into GPS itself. And as I mentioned, can you really trust those apps? I'll share stories of times I relied too much on Google Maps and ended up stuck or rerouted the wrong way. That is next week and the tie-in to this week. Halloween driving doesn't have to be frightening. With a little planning, patience, and awareness, you can keep yourself and others safe while still enjoying the night. Have you ever been stuck in theme park traffic during Halloween Horror Nights, Knott's Scary Farm, or had a close call in a trick-or-treat neighborhood? I'd love to hear your story. Please share it with me by sending me an email at freewaytrafficexpert@gmail.com. You can get your free ebook, Drive Smarter Now, at drivesmarternow.com. Stay safe and don't get too scared this Halloween. Have a great week.